All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media, and my name is Judson Powell. All right, I want to talk about the whole LSU Iowa thing because I think that I don't know, I think everybody kind of rushed to judgment and um, tried to vilify Angel Reese. Of course, she's the LSU player who basically did a gesture, a hand gesture that Caitlin Clark made, who is the player for Iowa and the star player for Iowa. And so, but basically, give her take first. Clark was like, "Look, we're competitors. We're out there playing. Everything is in the heat of the moment, and it was like no offense taken, and none was given. Really, to tell you the truth, nobody really, there's nothing really out there to say like, okay, yeah, you know. Angel was doing it maliciously every day, and that's what the comment. That's what was bad about it. It was just like the comments were basically like, okay, she's demeaning the game. She's doing this. This is horrible. Blah 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 blah. And, we even of course, we had our boy Charles Barkley on there talking about that, like, but it was the exact same gesture. The John Cena, you can't see me, and then Angel took it one step further, which I think was probably one of the things that kind of pissed the white folks off. Was that she pointed to her ring finger. It was like, look, I'm about, we about to get these rings. So there was no ambiguity in that at all. You know, but here's the thing, like I say, they're athletes. They're in the heat of the moment. They're doing stuff that they may not already do. And let's get it straight. Caitlin Clark got a call, or I guess she called or he got a call. I don't know exactly how the story goes, but John Cena actually, they actually spoke, and so that's why she did it. So it was halfway out of, I'm in the middle of competition and I'm gonna do this, because I'm feeling good. And this was, of course, in the semifinal game um, against against South Carolina, and then Dawn Staley, the coach of South Carolina, she made a statement following that game about how they were. It's kind of like there's a stigma attached to the black players. It's just like, like with everything that's involved. And she was just saying, look, we need to calm this stuff down so that it doesn't get out of hand. And then lo and behold, the exact stuff she talked about in her press conference after they got defeated by Iowa, the same things that she talked about, and some people even said that she had sour grapes, because they lost. But I don't really, I don't really feel that. I mean, this woman is a champion at every level, so there's no reason for her to, feel a certain way about that or anything. But so now all of this goes down, and then here comes here comes Jill Biden, and Jill, keep your mouth shut. I mean, I know that's what, because I know that's got to be what, well, like when they chilling alone with each other. I know that he's got to tell her, like, look, why'd you say the whole thing about, she's like, well, the winners, LSU is coming to the White House, so I'm going to ask Joe if we can invite Iowa too. So now, you done effed up. That's what I mean. I can't think of that actor who, that's his like favorite line. You done effed up, right? Because that's an unprecedented move. It's like that is an unprecedented move. You cannot just invite the second place team. And then my man, and in fact, I just saw this before I came in here, which is real funny because I saw and I was listening to Shannon Sharp, and Shannon Sharp was like, look, and this is something that my wife says all the time, and that a lot of people I know, and in fact, a lot of, especially parents of children in this generation, And the thing about it is they get participation trophies. They get like if even if they never played, they get participation trophies. And see, we didn't get that kind of stuff when we were young. When we were coming along, if you lost, you lost. Go home. You carry your butt to the crib. You lost and blah blah blah, and work harder and try to do better next time. That has always been our kind of thing. But it's just I don't know. It's crazy because it's like an entitlement. Like they feel like, okay, so I came in second or I came in third, and in the immortal words of Ricky Bobby, if you if you're second, you last, you're still a loser. But it is not fun. I'm laughing because I think about it because I don't allow my children to go down that rabbit hole at all. Like it's like unless you do good, unless you won something. In fact, I just put stuff. I'm not going to you know acknowledge losing. You know, it's okay to be a good sport and all of that stuff. But the bottom line is we're acknowledging in our society, period, we're acknowledging failure and saying that failure is okay. But in the world, that's not okay because and then if you do go out into the world and you fail, right, then you don't have any cushion to fall back on because you never experienced real failure, right? You've never really experienced like real failure. So when things come up like that, then you're not able to handle them, really well as well as a person who just like deals with reality. Because I don't really think that's dealing with reality. So Jill, you should have been you should have kept your mouth shut because people hate the fact. It's like you came here saying, look, I tell my son this all the time, and he gets mad at me. And I said, tell me the last five losing teams of the Super Bowl. The last five losing teams. Tell me who they are, right? Tell me who the last five losers of the NBA title are. Tell me who the last five losers of the NCAA tournament were. And by the way, congratulations to UConn. But tell me, what is, how many of these teams can you name? Probably not a lot. And I'm talking about even seasoned sports fans. Like my oldest son, he's like a seasoned sports fan. He's a referee and everything. So he's always he's sports is his thing, right? So, but even he couldn't do it. And so, because he's my like my regular sports aficionado type dude. So if I got questions about that kind of stuff, we'll talk about it. But as far as that, but he can't stand that. In the like he doesn't let his children either. It's like you're taking that trophy and setting it up no place in my house. You can keep it, but put it in a put it in a box somewhere and put it on the shelf. And the only thing I could say is maybe it is motivation. Maybe the second, third, fourth place trophy is like motivation, and I guess it also should be age appropriate. I'm not saying that, but anyway. So so now we got Jill. So Jill is in. We got Caitlin in, and we got Angel in. Now they don't. So now they don't seem. Like well Jill does, but they don't seem like they have a problem with it. All right. So then I'm talking to my sister about it. I know I talk about my family a lot because that's who I like to talk to. But so I'm talking to my sister, right? And we're talking about the whole Jill thing, and then she says She says, "Oh well, Joe Biden is not a racist. She just said that because the first elections, the Iowa caucuses, the first elections for the president are the Iowa caucuses. It is 2023, and we vote for the president in 2024. So it ain't that long." And I was just like thinking, and I started thinking about myself, yeah, I'd invite Iowa every place too. Win, lose, or draw, Iowa. Do y'all got them seats over there for Iowa? We love, and then here's the other creepy part, and that I didn't even think about, but my family, my paternal grandmother is from Buxton, Iowa. Go figure, right? A city, and look, and it was in Shawshank Redemption, but guess what? The town is not even there anymore, and we know why. The town is not there anymore, and so that's like another thing. And and the funny thing about it is I've been like at the fringe of Iowa. I've never been in Iowa, really, right? So here I am, an Iowan, so I'm mad at Angel too. We should have won it. But no. Anyway, so that's the thing. The elections start, the presidential primaries and all that, New Hampshire and Iowa are like the first couple of stops. And they have a tremendous ramification on the election and on how the polls and all that stuff go throughout the election. So it's an important state, and so it's not. It's like the Iowa caucuses, and they go there, and from what I'm told, I've never been, but they say that they sit around and they actually do have caucuses. They talk about the candidates and all that, and then they have. I guess it's not really like a vote, but it's more so like a recommendation. And of course, Joe Biden wants to win that. He wants to when they come out of there, he wants to be considered favorable. So a good way to invite somebody to be favorable is to invite them to dinner and give them a present. Hey, invite somebody to dinner and give them a present. That's always a hey. It works. It works a lot. Trust me. So so that's why I'm like, I'm like, does it have political? I'm thinking to myself, it's like, so does it have political ramifications too? That is, it may not exactly be racism. It may not 100% be racism, and because we get it and we understand, but that presidential seat is that's power. That's real. That's real power. You're the leader. Quote unquote, the leader of the free world. So yeah, you would drop some. You drop a name, invite them for dinner, do whatever you got to do because that could be, hinged to your future, and that's a great thing to do. Especially and I'm gonna say something else. Caitlin Clark is a good player, the white girl. She's a phenomenal, exceptional player. She really is. I think, and in all honesty, I believe that she's better than Angel, Reese. But here's the thing. But LSU, I believe, man for man, or person for person, I should say man for man, because it's women's basketball. But person for person, woman for woman, they had the best team. See, Iowa had one good person. LSU had a good team, and they had a plan, and they executed the plan to perfection. So you can't, they scored over, and it's a very rare occurrence in women's basketball, unless it's just a completely lopsided game where one team would actually score 100 points, and they actually did that. Anyway, fastest 15 minutes is up. My name is Judson Powell. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons, but most of all, hit the love button. We love you. Congratulations, LSU women.